Welcome to Other People's Airplanes. I'm your host, Damon Favor, and we're coming to you from EAA's AirVenture in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Today we're going to take a look at little yellow airplanes. We're here at the Sonex campus on the northeast side of Whitman Regional Airport for the 10th annual homecoming event for Sonex owners, and today I'm joined by Mark Schabel. How are you today, Mark?
Good, I'm great. How are you, Damon?
I'm doing okay. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Okay. So what's the big announcement today?
Well, today we've announced that we are taking kit reservation deposits for the Subsonics personal jet. We have the Subsonics, our initial what we're calling JSX-1, which is the proof of concept prototype that we've been flying with. We have a second generation airplane called JSX-2, has a little bit more amenities for what the pilot wants in terms of comfort and features, such as retractable gear and more panel space, so on and so forth, getting a better airplane. We'll be shipping that airplane probably beginning around this time next year, and today we're taking the first step in taking our kit reservation deposits.
Can you tell us a little bit about the aircraft, airspeed, range, that kind of thing?
The range of the airplane is 300 miles with reserve, but the airplane doesn't have a baggage compartment. This is an experimental exhibition category airplane. It's really intended for going out and having a good time and showing the airplane off. That's what exhibition category is all about. The reason why we're straying from experimental amateur built to do experimental exhibition category is that it allows us to offer you an ultra quick build kit. We don't have any 51% rule, or as it's technically termed, major portion rule restrictions or requirements. We can build as much of this airplane for you as we possibly can. You can take delivery of this ultra quick build kit, and you can even hire out further builder assistance or finishing services to have the airplane completely constructed for you. Or you can do all the remaining work yourself if you'd like to.
So what's the estimated build time for the ultra quick build kit?
We're not assigning a number to this at this point. It could be 0 if you're hiring out all the work yourself. But really, we're just talking about installing the removable wings, putting the engine and the fuel system in place. The engine is a very plug-and-play package from PBS out of the Czech Republic. Installing your instruments, we do leave that choice up to you in terms of what kind of instrumentation you want in your airplane. It could be something like an iPad mini, for instance, or a tablet. And painting it. That's about it.
What kind of experience level should the pilot that wants to move into a jet like the Subsonics have?
Probably less than you would think. What you need to do, because there's no type certificate for the airplane, because it's an experimental airplane and there aren't very many out there, you need to obtain what's called a letter of authorization from the FAA. And to get an LOA, or letter of authorization, you basically just have to have a conversation with the FAA about your flying experience and how it applies to the specific airplane that you want to fly. If you're a commercial career pilot and you're flying turbine equipment already, jets or turboprops, you won't have a problem getting an LOA whatsoever. You may actually have to just come here and fly with us in our piston-powered aircraft to get a little more small airplane time if you haven't done that in a while. But other than that, you really shouldn't have any trouble. If you're a glider pilot, you can actually fly with our test pilot, Bob Carlton, who has a 2-place jet-powered glider called the Bonus Jet. And that's a program that he has available for people with a glider rating. Otherwise, really, if you're just a private pilot, it's a matter of just figuring out with the FAA what they want you to do and to get additional time and get some exposure to a turbine engine powered airplane. And even though it doesn't seem like it's a comparable at all, it's kind of apples and oranges. In the case of our founder and president and the designer of the airplane, they asked him to go sit right seat in a Citation for a couple of hours. Really, absolutely has nothing to do with flying this airplane, but it's what the FAA wanted. They wanted to make sure that he had at least a basic exposure to a jet-powered airplane.
And I know that the proof of concept is flying later in the week. Can you tell me when everybody can watch it fly?
Absolutely. Tuesday and Thursday during the air show. Now, they moved the showcase flights at AirVenture this year to be mixed in among the air show acts. So we'll be approximately 3 o'clock in the afternoon on both days. I think Thursday might be more like 4 o'clock. And then also on Thursday from noon to 1 o'clock, the airplane will be featured on Phillips 66 Plaza. And the airplane will be there, and Bob Carlton, our test pilot, as well as John Monette, will be on stage in a formal interview presentation about the airplane on Phillips 66 Plaza on Thursday at noon.
Well, thanks so much for taking the time to talk to us, Mark. I know you're busy, a lot of people interested in the aircraft, and it's certainly something to look at, and it's certainly a unique aircraft. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for coming, Damon. I appreciate you guys giving us the coverage.
Well, that wraps up our coverage of Sonex aircraft. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Stay tuned. There's lots more content coming out this week from Oshkosh. Follow us along on Facebook and Twitter and all the other social media avenues. Send us a tweet or a message and let us know what you want to see while we're here. For Other People's Airplanes, I'm Damon Favor.